The world doesn't look like it did 50 years ago, and neither does education. Online classes have opened up a whole new world of opportunities. We can now provide a broader range of classes to a larger population of students by using learning management systems like Google Classroom, in addition to online programs, apps, and sites. Students can get material delivered with a real-world context and achieve learning outcomes in a self-paced and independent environment. This curriculum is designed for an 11th grade AP Language and Composition course. The Arkansas Common Core State Standards for English Language Arts involve 4 primary areas: reading informational texts, reading literary texts, writing, and oral language. Within the context of this unit, 3 of those areas will be covered. The unit will begin by covering reading informational texts. Students will be expected by the end of the unit to be able to assess the effect of Truman Capote's life and writing style on the development of the novel In Cold Blood. Throughout the first 3-week unit, students will read and analyze the novel. As the second unit begins, students will move into the writing phase and will develop a strong original thesis based on research and literary analysis from the previous unit. After developing a thesis statement, students will continue to compose a formal essay which proves the validity of the original thesis. By the completion of the second 3-week unit, students will be able to demonstrate growth in critical thinking, comprehension, and writing skills. For this course, we will use Google Classroom Learning Management System. Weekly assignments will be available on the main tab, labeled Stream, while all additional materials, readings, and resources will be available on the About tab. These materials will remain there for student access throughout the entire unit. In addition to Google Classroom, students will use EBSCOhost, Google Scholar, and other reputable educational databases to research information. Today's Meet, a digital chat forum, will be used for collaboration and group discussions. At the beginning of the unit, students will set up a Google Blogger site to be used throughout the entire unit for reflection, collaboration, and publication. Throughout the first 3-week unit, which focuses primarily on reading and literary analysis, students will use quiz creation software such as Kahoot or Quizlet to create assessments along the way. When students begin the writing phase of these units, Google Docs will be used to create the final essay. The sharing feature will be used to allow interactive, real-time peer editing. A rubric will be provided for the writing assignments and will be graded using the Google Doc add-on Orange Slice Rubric Grader. During the first 3-week unit, students will begin by researching and discussing the author's life and original writing style known as New Journalism, which is based in a non-fiction narrative style. Once that lesson is complete, students will read and analyze the text of the novel In Cold Blood. This should take approximately 1.5 weeks. During this time, there will be regular intervals where students are expected to reflect on the literary elements using Google Blogger and create quizzes based on the content of the text. At the conclusion of the first 3-week unit, students will provide a more detailed blog post containing a review and critique of the overall text. The second 3-week unit begins with several tutorial videos that will guide students through the critical process of creating a strong, original, and arguable thesis statement. Once this thesis statement has been developed, revised, and approved, students will begin composing a formal essay which presents a thorough argument with strong textual evidence to support that thesis statement. This essay will be posted on the blog site for peer review and constructive criticism. Students will then use the input from their classmates and instructor to revise and edit their writing. As they progress through this unit, they will also post regular reflections using the Blogger site. At the conclusion of the second 3-week unit, students will submit their final essay. These units have been designed to include multiple, varied assessments. There are formative assessments along the way, such as transcripts of the digital discussion, the reflective blog post for both writing and reading, the essay rough draft, and feedback provided to other classmates. These formative assessments will provide opportunities for feedback to direct student growth throughout the process of both units. Larger summative assessments will allow opportunities for measurement of overall student growth. These will include online quiz questions created during the reading unit, the thesis statement developed, posts on the Blogger site, and the final draft of the essay. With new opportunities that technology offers, students are able to dream bigger than before, learn better than ever, and grow beyond our wildest imagination.